Welcome to the Coffee Club, broadcasting live from New York with your host, Felix, and co-host, Dr. Mark. So let's have a cup of coffee and enjoy the show.
There is no heaven. There is no hell. There is only this world and its dark reflection. And we do not know in which of the two worlds we are.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. Welcome to the Coffee Club.
We won't hear that intro too much longer.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen and children of all ages, what do you associate that with?
What?
The circus.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're right. Well,
Pretty soon it's going to be another thing that's going to be a memory of the past.
And tonight, this is I'm Felix, also known as Rebellious Rev, and
I'm the Doc, also known as Mark. And we're here in a winter wonderland.
Yeah, beautiful, all that snow.
15 inches here in the Northeast, and I wouldn't say it took us by surprise. They were talking about it all along for a long time.
Yeah, the weathermen been really pretty good the last few years. They've been telling us we're going to get shit, and we've been getting it.
Well, doesn't take much, you know. Yeah. I mean, what the heck?
It's stone. We're going to have stone.
You know, when people complain, I always tell them, especially when you're living in New York, I mean, it's February, it's New York, it's wintertime. What the hell you expect? You know, although I will tell you, as I said to my neighbor across the street, because she has two little kids,
it's a wonderland.
Her son's name is Jace. I said, boy, yesterday Jace was in a short-sleeve shirt, so was I. It was 62 degrees. And look at us now. It's like 27 degrees with a wind chill of in the teens or in the single digits. And she's building a snowman and I'm shoveling. You know?
Yes, sir. As they say, people have the power. What? Who? Where? I don't know.
If you read the blurb, folks, the reason why I put that let it snow, not because it's Christmas time, but because considering the shape of our country right now and what's going on, I'd rather think of Christmas time. Donald Trump, who is a big, the Doc here is a big fan of.
The Doc? You like it?
No, I'm the Doc.
Oh.
The Rev, excuse me. The Rebellious Rev here. He's a big fan of the Donald. And it seems that, you know, they just keep lying. And all the news is fake news. I mean, this almost reminds me of 1984, the novel, all right? Double speak and fake news and fake talk. Okay, the only one spewing the truth comes out of the White House. That's about it. And I really feel sorry for people like, for lack of a better name to mention, Sean Spencer, who as the White House spokesperson, he has to go out there and field questions by the quote-unquote fake press and has to answer why these things are untruths and why the president keeps saying that the news is untrue and not anything coming out of his mouth, okay, when it's clear and obvious that even a little bit on Fox, you know, they let you know that he's not exactly telling the truth all the time.
And a little bit of nobody's telling all the truth. That's the problem. Anywhere.
Right now, most of the comments are all about things that he's saying that we know are not true. Now, it seems that Flynn, okay, his national security advisor, did a little lying on his own when he spoke to his counterpart before Donald Trump was sworn in. And they were talking about not worrying too much about the sanctions because once Trump gets in there, things will be changed a little. And now he denies ever having said that. Okay? To the point where it made Mike Pence, the straight-laced vice president, okay, look like a liar because he went on Face the Nation on Sunday and swore up and down that there was no collusion going on, no talk between Flynn and his Russian counterpart. You know, I mean, you don't know who to believe anymore.
Now, how do we know there was?
Because things are leaking out now, that's
From
why.
where? How do we know what's leaking out is the truth?
I would sooner believe what's leaking out than anything coming out of this administration, if you want to know the truth.
What do you mean?
And look at Kellyanne Conway. Go buy Ivanka Trump stuff. They make it seem Trump, while I could understand him on one side, I could understand him defending his daughter's business as president, and that's exactly...
And they reprimanded her for it.
Oh, big deal. They slapped her wrist.
What are they going to do to her? They said you shouldn't do it. They said Trump was very unhappy with what she said.
Yeah, after the fact. You know what that's like?
He didn't know she was going to say it.
You know what?
How could he say something before
You know what that's
fact?
like? That's like in a jury trial when the defense or the prosecution asks a question and it's objected to and it's overruled and it's sustained, which means that the person doesn't have to answer it. But by merely saying it, it's already planted. Okay?
She said it. He couldn't tell her not to say it before because he didn't know she was going to say it. It wasn't anything planned.
Nothing from that White House is planned.
No,
but according to almost all the news, okay,
yeah.
That administration does too much talking and no one seems to know what the other person is saying.
Okay, that's fine. Now, do you know why she said it? And in what situation?
She owns Nordstrom stock or she owns Ivanka's stock? I don't know.
She was asked a question about Ivanka and her business.
She should have passed on it. And do you know what Nordstrom said? Nordstrom said this has nothing to do with Ivanka or the president. What they did was they did a study. Her clothing line, whatever it is, was down 26%. Okay? And they have to make cutbacks because they're a business, just like Trump is a business.
But the day before, they put out statements not to support anything that Trump or his family does. So, you know, there's always...
No, I'm still sorry he gets away with murder because he hasn't divested anything. He has the family running the business.
Okay,
he knows exactly what's going on.
Who would you like to run the business? He's not doing anything illegal when it comes to that.
Yes, I know. I heard Jason Chaffetz and all the rest of the Republicans say the same thing.
Democrats, too, will tell you that. Everybody knows it's not illegal. They may say it doesn't seem ethical, but it's not illegal.
Well, if it's not ethical, there seems to be a problem there, wouldn't you say?
There is no law against it. I'm saying Democrats say, "Oh, it's not right, it's not ethical," but there's no law against it. He could have run the business himself as president and run the country.
I wouldn't put it past him, believe me.
He could. No, he legally gave up all his rights to the business to running it.
Yeah, I'd like to be a fly on the wall come Thanksgiving. Okay, when they're all sitting around a table having family dinner.
Well, let's put it this way. I don't see him doing anything yet so far that's going to benefit his business.
Well, you know, the meetings with Japan. You know, I mean, you're not presented a 24-karat gold golf club for nothing, you know.
From Japan, of course you are. Japan, they wanted to use to continue taking care of Japan and protecting them. And look, he did the right thing. He spoke to China and he told them.
He told them not to worry. That was, there's still a one China deal, and that's you guys.
We're going to honor the one China deal, which is all it is just all. It means absolutely nothing because China has no control over Taiwan.
It's like you said before. It's a matter of appearances.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that he let it be known that we still have a one China policy and China is it as opposed to Taiwan. Not to worry. You know.
And we still give aid to Taiwan and give them weapons to fight China.
And we still owe China over trillions of dollars.
Yeah, if China decides to turn in their
if they
ships,
turn in when
we want our money back, man, they're gonna have to put the press a double time printing those bills.
Well, why not? It's sometimes you get the feeling it's worth almost nothing anyway.
Oh well, now there's still value. They start printing it. If anybody wants
I
it
know.
back, we're in trouble.
Well, we've been.
Holy moly, are we in trouble, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, what's our number?
It's 646-595-3275.
I got your number.
I want you to call in. I want you to talk to us because we're tired of talking to ourselves.
Yeah, but we always talk. Well, no, we're talking to each other. If you were on by yourself, well, still, you wouldn't be talking to yourself. You'd be playing music.
I'd be playing music. Absolutely.
I think our fans know already, Felix. You know.
Well, at least I go on by myself.
Well, sometimes I can't help it,
I'm just saying, you haven't taken any shows on by yourself.
Because I don't know how to run this thing by myself. I'll be the first to tell you that. I wouldn't know what to do.
That's right. This is a complicated piece of machinery we have.
Ever
we
since
have all this modern equipment, ladies and gentlemen.
Ever since you brought us into the 21st century.
All this state of the art. We're broadcasting live on Spreaker, on Blog Talk Radio, on Zeno Live. We're being heard across the world.
And if you have one of Get Smart's shoe phones, you could hear us on that too.
That's it. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. We're like.
We have so many people listening to us. The White House is getting worried. But well, we want to know what you think. Okay, you know how I think. You know how the Rev thinks.
Yeah,
but we want to know how you feel about all this.
I'm going to give you somebody else's opinion. I'm going to read you a little commentary.
Somebody sent you a private email? Uh-oh. Don't edit it, just read it.
I'm trying to make sense of it. It says he can learn politics and business of running the country. But not when
Who's
it comes
he?
down
Who's
to
he? Trump?
Trump, yeah. But not when it comes down to his behavior and basic personality, which will likely be his downfall. But for the good of the country, I hope he can overcome his personal handicaps and make things better.
Look, Felix.
Well, actually, I should read this. This is a better one.
Well, but wait. Before you continue. Yeah. You know, as well as I do, that the man doesn't accept defeat, doesn't admit.
Well, this is one of the regions that pertains to that. Again, Trump, he has no self-control, and that's what will sink him. Insulting judges and getting in the middle of his daughter's business publicly is inappropriate for a U.S. president. More like a third world dictatorship, even if some people like it.
Well, I wonder how Donald would have felt when he was starting his real estate empire. He claims he did all this by himself with a loan from his father.
$1 million.
Well, I'm sure it was more than that, but that's
what he
claimed. Well, debatable.
What?
But anyway,
why is it debatable?
What if his father?
Nobody's ever questioned that.
Because back during the campaign, it was being questioned whether it was $1 million or more.
Hillary kept saying 14 million, 18 million.
Hey, listen, and Donald also said when